This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. It's Brook fight week. Any fight week in Manchester isn't a fight week unless you're somewhere around.
Absolutely, it's like my second home, isn't it, Manchester Arena, and it's a fight we've been waiting maybe 10 years for, isn't it? But I think it's finally here, to be honest. And I think the fact that they're a little bit older, they're not ready for the for the pipe and slippers, but the fact they're a little bit older, I think might make it a better fight. The speed might not be the same, the gas might not be the same, so they'll probably go into the trenches a little bit sooner than they would have done maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So I think we're going to be we're in for the treat. And I think when you look at the history of all the fights that have been at Manchester Arena, everyone's fought there, and this fight is very, very worthy of the arena.
You had some incredible nights in the early part of your career at the Manchester Arena before you fucked off to America and made everyone obviously pay for flights and hotels, and made it a lot more.
Start missing fucking press conferences and stuff like that.
What is it about Manchester Arena that it captivates such great nights when there's great fights?
I think the Manchester Arena, it is big, but it's very compact. The atmosphere is very, very intense. But I think it's more the people that come, and but I think it's more Manchester than anything. We're a no nonsense city. There's no airs and graces. All right, our kid. And that's just that's the way we are. And it's a big sporting city. It's a big fight city because of the history that it's had. And I think the Manchester Arena has much for the people as well. That just creates the atmosphere. And obviously the one thing is, any arena is only as good as the fighters that are fighting in it. And if the Manchester Arena is known as an historic one, we've got a great fight, that makes it worthy. Yeah.
As you referred to in the early part of this interview, this fight here, we've been talking about it for 8-9 years. I think you were still an active fighter when actually the
Yeah. I don't think you had pubes when they first started talking about this fight.
Probably not.
That's how long ago it was.
Probably not. But the reference is always made to the fight that we never saw between you and Junior Witter. I mean, that is the fight that people always said that we never saw that fight between Hatton and Witter. We are getting Brook Carney. It may be late, but who cares?
No, like I said earlier, I think it'll be a better fight because they're a little bit slower. They're a little bit, when I don't want to say older because Jesus, they're only like 35 and that. But you know what I mean. A few years ago, they were a little bit quicker. And I think what makes it good is Amir's always in good fights. Kel's always in good fights. Amir has the footwork and the boxing ability and the speed, but he tends to never stick to it, does he? And as he gets a little bit older, his stamina might not be what it was a few years ago. He might not be as quick. He's still quick because I've seen him, on his social media. He might be a little bit slower. I think there's more, and the fact that they don't like each other, I think there's a chance they'll go to the trenches a little bit quicker this time. So maybe, if you look at it from that point of view, maybe it's going to be a better fight than it would have been 3 years ago. If you're a little bit older and you're a little bit slower, you've got you can't move about as much. You've got to fucking stand there and go at it a little bit more, haven't they? So I think, and it's good that it's not as if, Kel's past it and Amir's in his prime, or Amir's in his prime, or Kel's past it. They're both at similar stages of their career, aren't they? They've both got the same miles on the clock, you know what I mean? They're a little bit older, so they'll probably stand there a little bit earlier. I think people say I'd like to have seen it a few years ago. I'm not so sure. I think it might be a better fight at this time.
We saw them both coming on scales, both under the 149-pound limit. There was speculation that Brook may come in over, lose a little bit of his money, etc. That didn't happen, but they looked quite good on the scales today.
No, they both looked very good. And I mean, at the end of the day, they both come from very good camps. Amir's in the Terence Crawford camp. What a camp to be in at the minute. That whole gym is on the crest of a wave. Confidence, is so high. So it's a great camp for Amir to be in, and nobody knows, Kell Brook better than Dominic Ingle. Their stable speaks for itself, doesn't it? What they've done over the years. And I've looked at the footage, and they both look sharp. They both look fast. Amir always looks fast. Even before the fight was mentioned, I follow Amir on his social media. He still looks rapid, and but Kel looks sharp, looks in thick, looks sharp, looks crisp. You know what I mean? I think I'm here. The press conference was a bit heated, and a few naughties. I mean, bit out. Was it a bit out of order? I don't know. You can't bring a man's wanking into it, can you? Do you know what I mean? It's it's. But no, I think he might have got under his. He might have got under Kel's skin a little bit and that. But listen, I was sat there with Mayweather. Nobody got under their skin more than Mayweather, did they? And all that. But come fight night, you switch on and you'll, they'll be back at it. Yeah.
If you're to make a prediction, a bold prediction, what happens tomorrow night at the AO Arena? What happens? It's a
50-50 for me. But I think Amir could bank a few rounds early. Do you know what I mean? But it's. I think Kel, won't mind losing a few rounds early, but if he's making him work, and he don't, in them early rounds, he don't receive any bumps and bruises or cuts or physical damage. If he can lose a few of the rounds, but if he can keep safe, keep Amir working, do you know what I mean? Then he could come down the home straight, when Amir slows a little bit and gets drawn in, which sometimes he can do, then it could turn into Kel's fight. Having said that, Amir does have the speed, the movement, the footwork. If he gets off to a good start and he stays disciplined, it wouldn't surprise me if he boxed Kel's ears off for the whole fight. But I think they don't like each other. You could see that at the press conference. I think the fact that they may be a little bit slower than they were a few years ago. I think at some point Amir will get drawn in, and I think that'll be to his detriment. And I don't say this with any degree of confidence, I think it's a toss a coin fight. But if you ask me to where I'd put my last coin, I'd probably say Kell Brook might walk him onto one.
You're involved with a couple of fighters that are on the bill. Do you need a hand?
No.
You're involved with a couple of fighters that are on the bill tomorrow. Talk to me.
Yeah, Ibrahim Nadeem is 5 unbeaten. Super bantamweight prospect, and what a great! He's from Yorkshire. He's from Keighley, but he's he boxed for the Bury Boxing Club in Manchester. That's where Amir Khan come from. Actually, they've turned out so many Amir Khan, A.D. Lewis, turned out so many great champions. So he had a good amateur pedigree, and what a platform! I think for anyone who boxes local in the area, to box at the Manchester Arena. I think for any Mancunian or guy from the area, that's a box is always nice to tick in it because of the history of the arena, like we said. A while back, and then we've got Brad Rhea, who's from Stretford, Manchester lad. He's 11 unbeaten. He's probably on the verge of a title of sorts, whether it be English or area. Do you know what I mean? But he's shown massive. I think he performed on Sky last time against Smith. It was in an absolutely fantastic,
Smith,
yeah, absolutely fantastic fight. Where he ticked a lot of boxes in that fight, Brad. But I think, for my two lads, they want to get the job done. There's a big platform for them. They want to impress. And I think for Ibby, the first time boxing at the Manchester Arena, I think is going to be a nice thing. Bearing in mind, as I keep repeating myself, the history of how many great fighters and fighters who have fought there over the years.
Are you coming back?
Pardon?
Are you coming back?
There's a lot of things in the paper coming back and that. I said when the first exhibition, let's have it right. I'm not, my better days are behind me. But when the first exhibition come about with Roy Jones and Mike Tyson, I've been asked that forever and a day. Would you be interested in doing that? And I said, yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you? I've been linked with Marco. But why wouldn't you want to have a nice move around with someone like Marco Antonio Barrera or Miguel Cotto or Juan Manuel Marquez or someone like that? One of them fights that never happened, but you always think, what if? You know what I mean? With greats of the sport, have a move around in an exhibition. I haven't had no one's approached me yet. But if they do, I'd definitely be interested. So let's watch this space here.
What weight would that be at?
You cheeky bastard! What you Yeah.
We can move on from that, by the way.
No. But no, I think it'd be a weight to be agreed with the opponent that I face. Yeah.
Okay. To be continued. All right. Well, Rick, thank you very much. Obviously, your boys in action next weekend on Sunday on the undercard of a Coley. The O2's still all right.
Yeah, the roof's been blown off, innit? You know, to be honest. But no. It's another big platform for Campbell. You know, he's coming off his best performance of his career last time after, his last 2-1 he wasn't too great. But I mean, listen, it's early days and another good, good show to showcase on him. But it's not where you start, it's where you finish in this game. He's just, slowly, and I wouldn't have let him go into the game if I didn't think he could do well at it, or make it at least become an at least success, and that's what I believe he'll do. And I think it's all about just getting these fights under his belt, learning, and a few years' time, the dream will be that he's at the Manchester Arena, like the two lads are going to be tomorrow night.
It seemed a very good decision to take Campbell away abroad on a slightly lower key show to what he's actually used to fighting on. Weirdly, after only a few fights, but that seemed to be a very good decision to do that.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to moan about the exposure he's got. I think Matchroom's done a great job. You know what I mean. But he obviously was finding it hard, so he went away to Bilbao, boxed on a little bit of a smaller show. I think this shows it's a great show to be on. At the O2 and that. But I mean, I think just. I never had social media, did I? I never had a dad that had won this, and this, and he has, and it's difficult for him. So I mean, let him box on the big shows every now and again, which is what Eddie has done and done a great job of him, and then let him learn his trade. To be honest, I did that when I was growing up. I boxed on Madison Square Garden when I was 18, and Atlantic City when I was 21, and then I'd be at Widnes Leisure Centre and that. I think it's all about learning. Is boxing in different environments, different countries, learning your trade, and there may be a few speed bumps along the way, but ultimately it's where you end up, and where I think he'll end up is hopefully at the top.
Okay, Ricky, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Is there
in a minute? Hurry up.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, not at all. Just looking forward, to go. I've had so many great times at the Manchester Arena in the ring, and to go there with two of my lads, two lads in the corner makes me feel very, very proud. And I think it's going to be a great fight, great atmosphere. And it's a shame because both of them are my friends, Amir and Kel. All I can say is, lads, put a show on. Good luck to you both.
It's a shame Geraldine's moved out of shot there, actually.
Pardon?
Geraldine's moved out of shot there. You can't see her, but... No, I just said you'd moved out of shot. No, I wanted you to come into shot. Ricky...
Me and Geraldine's been lovers for about 20 years, and...
But I missed the action.
No, I've not seen Geraldine. Geraldine used to done work in boxing for years, and... She used to work for me when I had Hatton Promotions, and we had a lot of success as at Hatton Promotions, and not seen you for a bit. But it's great to see you. I just hope she gets a drink in soon, the tight cow. But I mean, we've got to, but it's great to see you.
Rick, thank you very much, and we look forward to a great night in Manchester tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
Cool.